Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Justin Herbert, round 2, full game analysis. Arizona State, rough L, but lots to learn from. Lots of good stuff. I'm fired up for this one. Think you will really enjoy it. Let's dive into it. Welcome to the QB School. All right, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get the notifications when we go live, when we put out new content. I really appreciate the growing support for the channel. In addition, you want to get nuts, get over to the memberships, join. All right, you get a little badge after your name, changes color the longer you're a member. Lets me know that you're a member when we're in live streams, when we're in chats. I do my absolute best to get back to you. You get to use these emojis too when we're in the live stream. Have a good time with it. Again, different ways to support the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's dive into the video. All right, Justin Herbert, second game, full game analysis, DQB School. Love it. First play, just a really nice roll to the left. Gets his shoulders turned downhill a little bit, comes back and throws a curl. You don't really see a curl flat, full rollout very often. He does a nice job turning his shoulders, giving it a beautiful flick. One of the better throws you're going to see this game right out the gate. Not an easy throw by any means. Going to your left, opening up, coming back, getting downhill just enough. Nice easy flick. You can obviously see the arm talent here. No to the flat, yes to the curl, right on him. Nice job getting vertical after too by the wide receiver. That's a nice start though. Come out, little squeeze formation. We're just going to get a high-low down here to the boundary corner with a flat and a circus or a 7, whatever you want to call it. Really simple read. I will say the one thing I wish I would have seen here, I like the fact that he turns it down. So right here, we're going to get this 7, circus, out, whatever you want to call it right here. And this is just a high-low right here on this defender, the flat defender, which in this looks like it's the corner. So when you go to throw this thing, and it's hard to turn it down, you go to throw it, you turn it down, big arm pump, you want to get the ball right to the check down as quickly as possible. So I'd just like to see a little bit faster processing wise. You know, it's not easy to do. Right there, when you turn it down, find the check down. You know, that's the next level. It's not just, it's hard to do that big old arm fake, but then you can see the check down over the ball. So good decision not throwing it. That corner baits you into a Kahari. Say no, don't throw a pick to the check down, as opposed to lose your mind, just scramble forward. I want to see that processing a little bit more developed. And it's one thing to be able to, you know, make all the throws. It's another to play quarterback from the pocket. Good decision, turn it down, check down, right there, 7, boom. As opposed to taking a sack. So whether you call it a coverage sack, quarterback sack, either way, there were opportunities to throw the ball there. Come into this, the Ducks did a great job in this game running the ball and throwing these screens. You know, it's one of those things, it's hard to evaluate these type of plays just because you don't get them as often on Sundays as you do on Friday nights and Saturdays. But they do a great job of it. He does a good job for the most part. He has some misses on this too, but I like the fact that he just grabs it, gets it, has the math that he likes, seats the ball, gets it out quick, accurate right here. So that's one screen. 3rd and 6, a little 2x2. So this throw to the field here for me, this is just an out from the number 2. And I think the wide receiver doesn't help him. I will say that I like the fact that he's trying to anticipate. Let's pause it when he lets it go. Right here, he's trying to anticipate, which I think is a good sign. Now you have to throw, you have to hit it. So these guys start kind of tight. The outside guy runs a vertical clear. The inside guy gets jammed. The inside guy gets jammed, and then he's going to try to run it out. The thing I'd like to see from this wide receiver is when this wide receiver gets jammed, you get around him, you got to reset that stem vertically and then snap out of it. You can't let him just roll into your hip and be right in your hip pocket the entire time. But again, he misses this throw, in my opinion. You know, I'd like to see this more out on the boundary. You know, it's definitely a little bit behind him. Now the guy's mugging him. But, you know, it's one of those plays where I love the idea that he's trying to anticipate. Don't love the false step in his left step. Left false step, 1, 2, 3, tight hitch, let it go. You just got to be able to put it out on the boundary and be more consistently accurate, I think is a theme that's going to keep coming up in this video. So again, left foot false step, little Rubik's Cube. But again, I love the top of his drop. Eyes down the middle. Tight reset, let it go. Nice upper body mechanics. Just missed the throw. So from there, 2nd and 7, 2x2, open, screen number 2. Little bubble to the field. This is a hard throw. He throws a sinker out there. Wide receiver does a nice job making the catch at his knees, making the first guy miss with a good block out there on the corner by his boy. But again, these are not easy throws, but you'd love to see a little bit more accuracy. Wide receivers do a nice job for him all game making plays. So another 2x2. They're actually in a bunch of 12 personnel this game, way more than I thought they would play. This is a little RPO, and I can't tell you what the read is other than the fact that I think if he likes it, he can come up and throw it. This is a slant. You would think this is a pitcher look for a slant flat down here. The problem is because they're doing this split flow action from the second tight end, this defensive end kind of gets in his way. But I mean, throwing a slant with nobody in the middle of the field, you would think this is a hookup all day, every day. The problem for me with some of these RPOs in the quick game is that when you do the run fake, you don't really need to do the run fake. If you're going to come up and throw this based on a pre-snap look, because I can't tell you who you're reading in this RPO. It's not the end man on the line of scrimmage because he's getting blocked by the split flow guy. So he just likes it, but because the RPO action, he's just a touch late. You'd want that ball to be on him right there. As opposed to another 3 steps, now the corner can make a play. So is that scheme? Is that his decision making? You know, if he hands the ball off here, it's going to be a nice run too. You know, they're all accounted for except for 15. Nice double team by the left tackle on the defensive end going up to 20. They do a nice job running the ball in this game. Just some of these decision makings, and this would be another instance where you bring them in, you sit down, you get on the board, you watch the video, say, what are you thinking? What are you doing here? Why are you, what's the footwork? And to me, this is a unfortunate on a number of levels. Accuracy wise, we're going to get just really kind of a scissors action down here to the bottom of the screen. Post, corner. Everybody runs some variation of this. Andy Reid, been running this for 20 years. Boot away. So right here, we're going to get the post. And really, that's a clear, unless it's quarters. And then out here to the corner, we're going to fake to the back, and then he's going to come in the flat. So again, you notice the same pattern. We're getting a high-low on whoever's the flat defender out here. This is an alert versus quarters or 0. But you got to come out here and you got to put this thing. This is wide open. Out here on the boundary, easy throw. For me, his mechanics really deteriorate if things aren't there right away. We'll see it from the back end. He gets really wide. Feet, it's all spread out. But again, watch the corner. This is just on the corner. This is versus Tampa 2 or a variation of Tampa 2. That corner comes down on the flat. You got to throw this thing. It's late. Never in history. Puts it in the cheerleaders. Watch out. So again, from the back end, mechanically wise, again, I'd love to see him be fully turned when he's at the top of his drop. When he hits the top of his drop right here, it looks like he's throwing to the right. Right there. See how his feet are lined up? If you're a golfer, that sucker's that's OB. You got to be lined up to your target. Eventually, he finally gets around, but now it's not there. And watch his feet just get wider, 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 wider. And that's really hard to be accurate when you're doing the splits. Puts that sucker in the first row. So 3rd and 5. Again, these are just the plays that he has an impact on the game. So I took out all the major run plays. This is a dime, though. Again, an RPO where I think if he just likes the matchup, he can take it. Probably hitches on the outside that convert to fades or goes versus press coverage. Love the mechanics. No heel click. Beautiful base at the top of his drop. Puts it in really nice, very accurate. One of the better throws of the night. Again, you can see his eyes pre-snap. Just quick little glance to the right to confirm. Yep, that's the look I'm going. Let's go. Again, there it is. No hitch. Beautiful ball, up and down. Probably throws it at the floor of that trajectory available. A little bit higher, maybe the guy scores. So after a great throw like that, you come back. Now you're inside the 10, and you come out and you skunk a screen to the wide receiver, 15 yards apart. You miss that thing by 2 yards. That's a poor miss. Mechanically, he's all over the place. You see him that's what happens a little bit in the RPO game where you're throwing screens to the same side as the back. He gets in your way sometimes, but there's no excuse for missing that throw. You can see he hits his chest, says that's on me. Yeah, we all know it's on him. There's just see the mechanics of the guy coming right in front of you, almost hits his leg a little bit. You can see his reaction. He knows exactly it's on him. That's a miss you just don't see on Sundays. So now we're at 1st and 10. 2x2. Again, another screen. This is actually a really cool screen. I'm sure people do this. I just never seen it before. 11 personnel, tight end, little nubber, runs the bubble from in there. How about the block up top on the corner? You're probably not thinking bubble in this formation if you're playing corner up top. Just get manhandled into the Gatorade. And you keep going. What a great effort by the tight end. But that's a cool design. Again, is it the most difficult throw in the world? Absolutely not. Nonetheless, you still got to put it on him. The accuracy allows this play to develop. If it's high or low, it makes it really hard on the receiver to be able to get vertical and get as much yardage as available in that screen game on the perimeter. 12 personnel, 2x2. Again, another screen. Look at the lineman get out. Great job putting it on him. Got a chance to get to the house. Again, for the most part, accurate in these little screen game throws, but how they translate to the game on Sunday it's not quite as apparent as you would see in. How about they get all those guys out and they still let number 4 go clear? Whew. Cavalry. Basically didn't block anybody. It looked good though. All right, 3rd and 4. Inside the 10, empty, 3x2. Looks like they're going to heat you up. Again, another screen. Catch and throw. Excellent that time. That's how you beat it right there. That's a beautiful job. Catch and throw. Again, those throws, they're not the easiest thing in the world if you're not doing them, but you got to be really sound with how you handled the fundamentals of it, the quickness, turn into accurate. And again, the accuracy on these wide receiver screens means a lot on these Saturday games. 2x2. Again, the same play we saw earlier with the little 7 or out up top and the flat. You're just reading that high-low defender. And man, you've got to let it go on timing. They're just sitting on him to a certain extent. You'd love to see this ball out on the sideline, but again, this is better coverage than anything else. He makes a nice play on the ball. This is just me scheme-wise here. This is more philosophical than anything else. When you get what I think is man coverage here, let me make sure. When you get man coverage and you're playing a man game, or if you're playing quarterback and you have a man concept or you have a man coverage, you really don't need these type of fakes. You're not faking anyone, especially if you're throwing the ball out on the boundary. So when you go to make this play action fake and then take 3, it's not really 3 and a hitch anymore. It's 3 and 2 hitches because you had this play action ride of the back. So now you're late. And so to me, it's just a tick late. Now, is that on him or is that on scheme? Maybe they give him the freedom to abort the fake. I doubt it, but they will on Sundays. So you know what I mean? So if he didn't do that hitch, if it was just 1, 2, 3 right there, and he throws that thing, that's how you anticipate get it out there. It's just a touch late for me. And you never see really great anticipation when you watch Herbert, or at least the 2 games I've seen all the way through. Again, I'd love to see him lined up to the left a little bit more. And he's closed off. You see how his feet are lined up down the hash, or just a little off to that left of the hash? You're throwing that out to the left. That's really hard to do. See how he's got to come all the way back with that step? He opens that thing up. Hard to be accurate doing that. Just a little bit behind him. Again, yeah, okay, he's like, you're really getting him here. Or you're being hard on him. The ball hits the receiver. He should catch it. He should catch it. But the ball's behind him. And he could help himself by just being lined up to throw the ball. That's not like rocket science quarterbacking. That's pretty standard about, being some sort of rotational athlete. Again, screen game. Shows some nice touch. Obviously, they're great at the perimeter screens. We have a couple to the back here. Again, I don't love the false step with the left foot, but they could be teaching it for all I know with their timing. Nice job here, though. This isn't the easiest throw for some guys. They make it look easy. Nice job, and he does show some consistent touch. 3rd and 3. 2x2, 11 personnel. Man. Again, wide receiver screen. To me, this is that surge screen I've talked about a handful of times where you're looking to throw the swing screen one side. If it's not there, come back, throw the wide receiver screen. Just so we're all on the same page again. It's just the little nuanced things for me where some of the decision making, now, should he have thrown this swing screen? I don't think so. It'd be great if we could get this block on the corner right here. But again, this is the first read, and depending on how they're reading this, whether it's this guy, whoever's taking this away, however they're teaching it there, go from 1 to 2 on the reads. And so I like this screen. I like it as an evaluator too. It just puts a little bit more with the decision making on the quarterback. Yeah, nice play by the corner more than anything else. See it from the back end here. Fundamentals wise, should see his eyes to the left. I mean, that was so fast. They might not even be reading it. That might be just a total decoy. Oh, man, that wasn't even the corner. So this is all on the right tackle on how they're scheming this thing. So there's no way that you can not have your offensive lineman go engage this defensive end. You got to go get his hands down, know that the ball's coming, has the potential to come right over him. You can't just vertical pass set into infinity, not even touch him. This all scheme. I still don't know if they get it off because the corner played it so well, but he's lucky that's not caught. All right, second half, down 6. Start the game off here, second half, a little 3x1, split flow. This is probably the same play that they threw that vertical on earlier. Now they're off coverage, so they get the hitches. Nice accuracy, quickness. Right on him. Little change up of a snap there. High slider. Quick fake, get it out him. Not the easiest ball handling right there. He makes it look easy right there. Nice play. 1st and 10. You have a nice play like that, and then you come back and have something like this, where just, same play, and you miss this thing by 3 yards to the right. You hit the batter. Again, for me, stance-wise, he's a little wide. Now, I'm not going to make excuses for him. It's not the easiest ball handling in the world, and I don't really understand why you need a fake. Again, when you're doing these throws on the perimeter, you don't need to fake it. You just catch and throw it. Now, they could be teaching him to do this, so it's not all on him. But again, to me, that's a wide base. I like the fact that he's ripping into the laces. You just got to be able to make that throw. You can't miss hitches. Can't miss hitches at any level. So 12 personnel, 2x2. Looks like get a free play here. Take a shot down the field. I love it. This is excellent. This is good quarterbacking. Get a free play where they jump off sides right here. Boom, they're off sides. Center snaps it. You got to give your guy a chance. Do not throw it out of bounds. And that's exactly what he does. I love it. Just because they didn't hook it up doesn't mean that it's not properly executed from the quarterback perspective. Now, I'd love to see, 3 steps. I'm not sure. Very rarely do you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't imagine that you're taking 5-step shotgun drops to throw go routes. Maybe you can throw the ball like 75 yards, but it's pretty rare. Again, you have plays like that I think are really good, and then you have plays like this where you don't understand the misses, and they're wide misses. Again, you hear me talk a lot about narrow misses, wide misses. You want small misses. Aim small, miss small. To me, this is one of the worst plays of the day. Now, I hope I'm wrong in my analysis of this, but it looks like from the back end that he is looking at the line of scrimmage or the blitz. Now, he could be looking up top and watch the wide receiver get jammed, fall down. Now he's late coming all the way back across the field. But you really don't want to do full field reads like this. So to me, this is just what looks like an out up top. So if you like this matchup or comeback, whatever, maybe I drew it 5 yards deep here. And then what I'm going to guess is I think he runs a post. And then this is just a corner or sail route where he comes out like this. So take your pick. If you like this, you got to throw it. If not, you got to throw this. You can't go from 1 to 2, though. And that's kind of what it looks like he does to me. In addition, it looks like when we see it from the back end, he drops. His eyes are right here on this, what I think is a cross dog or something. So it makes him even later to this sail. And you just can't throw these things out of bounds like this. Like, never in history, balls are never going to work. Double negative on purpose. Again, the footwork-wise, all jacked up, little shuffle back there, wide base, outside, that's on the track. It's on the tarmac. We'll see it from the back end here. Y'all tell me if you think he's looking to the left or not. I can't really tell because his feet always, are never lined up to the left anyway. But when he hits the top of his drop, his feet, look, they're not lined up to the left. It looks like his eyes are down on me. I like the fact that the back is in there trying to blunt him up. Now he only gets a part of him. But again, this ain't it footwork-wise. 1, 2, 3, look at the line of scrimmage, jump back. Look where he's stepping. He's stepping down the hash, throwing a corner to the right. You got no chance. That thing almost hit the Coca-Cola sign. It's a bad miss. This is a bad look. I wish it followed it all the way to the side. Just one more time. Just because you just don't see these type of plays pop up very often from anybody who's going to be a professional, especially an early round guy. So 1st and 10 next series, 3-by-1. Nice job dipping the shoulder, pocket presence. Not a big gain by any means, but I put this in here just for the pocket presence of it. Keep 2 hands on the ball. Dip that right shoulder at the top of your drop. Protect the ball. Keep your eyes down the field. Big, strong dude. To me, there's a little Roethlisberger to him. Also that big pump fake earlier in the game kind of remind me of Roethlisberger. Just not going down. Just keeping the play alive. Nice job. There's nothing you can, some fundamentals-wise there. Nice job protecting the ball, ripping the shoulder away, but you just got to be a big, strong guy. Keep the play alive. 2nd and 8. 2-by-2, 12 personnel. Middle field closed. Split flow. And there's that same exact play that we saw earlier that we missed on the slant. And we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to miss the slant again. This time the corner should pick it off. Again, you don't know what the decision, or I don't know what the decision making is about why to hand this off and why to throw it. But either way, that corner is breaking on that ball better than the wide receiver. Watch it up top. Now, there's no way you're going to know this playing quarterback, but watch the technique of the corner. He's going to inside pedal and keep that leverage the entire time. He's inside the wide receiver up top the entire time. He's able to then break and drive that thing. Fortunate not to get that thing picked off. So decision-making wise, again, it's not as clean as I want to see. Now, without being in the quarterback room, for all I know, they could be telling him, if it's 2-on-2, throw it every time. But it's hard to throw a slant and timing when you're doing this type of footwork with a guy who's inside. It's just hard. It's a nice play by the corner. 3rd and 8, 3-by-1. Nice job Staying alive, staying alive. Eyes downfield. You just got to throw that ball away. I love his willingness to make a play. His fundamentals are a little bit better to me as far as 2 hands on the ball, shuffling, keeping feet alive, eyes down the field. But at this point, you have to throw the ball away. When you get outside the pocket, especially the second time, you got to be able to throw the ball away. You can't take these quarterback sacks. Fast way to piss off offensive line coaches, piss off offensive linemen, and it's just a bad look for your offense. The percentages for a successful drive go way down after a sack as opposed to a throwaway. I always think a throwaway are sometimes the best sign of a quarterback, that you got a guy who's elusive, who's got some awareness. You don't see a whole lot of intentional throwaways from Herbert. You see a lot of throwaways. 2x2, 11 personnel, short motion, sprint right. This is the same play as the first play of the game when it went to the left. It's crazy how much they repeat plays. This time it's not there versus man, and it's picked. Again, this is not a great play versus man. It's almost like sprint right option back in the day. And that's why nobody runs it nowadays. It's got no good man answers. Back in the day, it was more about a whip action by that number 1 receiver. Flat curl versus man is a tough look. So you're going to come out here. He's going to run this little like stutter flat. That's 1. And then this looks like just a straight up curl up top. Back in the day, sprint right option, like what Dwight Clark caught in the back of the end zone, it was in, and then at least you got that out movement, and you could keep this thing alive, versus man. No good options, though, really, versus man on just sprint curl. Sprint curl has got no offense to JV football coaches out there, but it's got a touch of JV football to it. And that hits him in the chest. That's a bad look. It's a bad throw. It's a bad decision. It's a lot of bad. Nothing good here. Scheme wise, play calling wise, just can't do it. That's how you get beat. Their corners played well all night. I don't know anything about their corners, but all right. So you got battle back. Let's see the score here. So down 14, fourth quarter, plenty of time, great opportunity as a playing quarterback. You got to thrive in these moments. Face adversity, great film to watch here. See how he bounces back from adversity. You get a change up in the dirt from the center. We had some center snap issues all day. That's nothing easy there. This looks like a spot or snag concept up top. The ball needs to go to the flat. Yeah, this is, again, back-to-back terrible decisions. To me, this is a spot or snag, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be the number 2, has a corner. The number 1 has the spot or snag route right in here. And then we're going to get either a flat or a wide, depending on what offense you're in. Either way, you need to stretch that flat defender, whoever it is, right here. Now, if you throw this ball, it's got to be away from the near defender. You can't just come out and, if he gets bodied up, put it on him no matter what. And there it is. Flat standing by himself. We decide to force it in. Again, wide base to me. Oh my goodness. Another pick. Back-to-back picks. That's a bad look. See it from the back end here. This ball has to go to the flat. Now, there's a big collision there on the wide receiver to the left where the pick goes, but he's going to throw that thing. When he's going to throw it, I don't know what is he thinking he's going to do. If anything, it should be to number 3's left shoulder away from the near defender. That's a serious panic throw. And at this point, you're extremely rattled. So now we're down 17. Fourth quarter, running out of time here. Again, love the base from the back end here. 2 picks in a row. Next throw, I don't love the left false step. But that hitch at the back, no heel click, all your cleats in the ground, rip a comeback. This is what he does. Clean look, clean pocket, nobody around him. Now, it's obviously a hell of a lot easier when you're down. They're going to give you this type of stuff. But you still got to be able to make that throw. Watch his eyes. Down the middle, little Rubik's Cube there to start. Down the middle, quick hitch, out. on time, rip. That's a Sunday throw. 1st and 10. 3-by-1. Middle field closed. Man. Again, I love the idea of the anticipation. You know, I can't tell you what's going on footwork-wise here. A little panic. I sure as hell can't tell you what's going on with the pass protection to the left we'll look at. But he's trying to anticipate this thing to the boundary. You know, this is a throw that I think, like, when I see people try to make throws like this, maybe it's because he's wearing 17, but it reminds me of Phillip. Where Phillip Rivers sometimes he's got the mental clock to be able to go from 3 to 5 here with his drop and just float this thing out onto the boundary. Now, he's been doing it to certain guys for a long time. That looks like what he's trying to do here. He doesn't wear 17. He just looks like Phillip. But again, you can see his eyes now looking down at the line of scrimmage again. There's, you know, scheme-wise here, this is absolutely incorrect. I don't care what offensive line you're in, where you're at. You never have the guard and the tackle block the smalls and the tailback block the defensive end. It's all bad on the left side of the offensive line here. I'm going to guess that it's the left tackle, but it could be the left guard. You know, depending on how they're sorting this out. But you would never put the tailback on the defensive end, because this is what happens. Again, trying to anticipate, I like a lot. Empty 3-by-2. Screen game. Man, they're really good at this screen game. They really are. I feel like everyone goes to 3, though. Whew. He's got some wiggle. That's a nice job. Again, how much of this is on the quarterback? Obviously not much, but there's an element of being able to deliver these balls. I love the fact that they throw it to the inside guy sometimes. Mix up the landmarks. Really nice job. I mean, they ran the ball well in this game, and I took out all the runs, but they screened them well too. 2-by-2. A little sluggo down here to the bottom, paired with an in up top. Excellent footwork. In or curl, who knows? Love the footwork. No to one side, come back, work the right. This is one of the better plays for Herbert, in my opinion, on the day. Not easy to do here. Full field read. Sluggo 1. Fake it. Look at it. No. Come back. Right down the middle. Little shuffle. Quick move to the right. Set your feet and rip it. Again, I'm not a defense coordinator, but I would cover 3. 1st and 10. 2-by-2. Again, I like the base. I just don't necessarily understand the little hop at the end. So 1, 2, 3, and then this hop back, to me, is just, it causes all sorts of timing issues. It gets your momentum out of whack, your sequencing's out of whack, your timing's out of whack. Now, this looks like a nice ball, back shoulder that should be caught, but it's just not. It is caught. Never mind. Again, just not as easy as it could be on yourself. It's that second hop. 1, 2, 3, hop back again. That's a big time throw and catch if you got that. Nice back shoulder. Again, think about double teaming that guy. 2-by-2. Fake screen. I'm just going to walk in. Get it up and down. Nice job. It's a great call. High red zone. Nice job. Again, shocker who it's to. Guy went off. Nice job mechanically. Just so we're all on the same page here, that when you run these fake screens, really the guy you want to pay attention to the most is the middle field player, because you're staring over there. So that middle field player, because you're going to catch this thing, pump the screen, and then reset, and your eyes will still be over here for the little outside wheel. fake bluff wheel. This guy occasionally has the capacity and range to get over there and knock this thing down if you don't drive the ball. So you really got to have the ability to drive the ball as opposed to lay it up usually. He doesn't have the range, but when you play in the league, that's definitely the guy you need to pay attention to. Again, so it'd be number 4. So you're going to stare, pump, hit the bluff wheel, up and down, walk in. Nice. Really nice job. So down 10, 3.5 left. You know, plenty of time. You got good field position here. Again, you know, footwork wise, I have no idea what's going on here. You know, the old 11-step drop to throw a contested ball across the middle of the field. I can't, you know, scheme wise, I can't tell you what they're trying to do. It doesn't, I got nothing other than the fact that that's not the footwork you're going to be looking for in the NFL. You know, whether that's movement in the pocket, I prefer to see him just quick reset to the right and kind of shuffle up. You see that area to get up in the pocket as opposed to bailing, retreating, going backwards. Again, decision making, throwing across the field to a covered guy. It's just not as clean as you would hope it would be for a big time, potential big time NFL quarterback. A little quick out to the, or a little speed out to the top. Nice job. Good accurate throw to the boundary. Hit him with a little cross dog. Just can't get, it's hard to block from the backfield. You hope you get better effort right there. Nice job moving to his right. 1, 2, 3, quick movement. Nice, really nice, especially throwing that type of route. Excellent job right there. So 1st and 10, just outside the 30, 3-by-1, 11 personnel. You know, to me, whatever this is, looks like basically like a little over. And I have no idea what this concept is, so this is just what it looks like. It looks like he's trying to go here with the over first, almost like a run and shoot over to an in to me, which is standing wide open by himself. But instead he goes to what ends up being, I think, the check flat through the other way with the tight end going this way. So to me, this is 1 to 2 to 3, and he misses 2. So again, you know, I can't tell you why he doesn't throw that in or curl, whatever it is, but it's there. And when you're down 10, you don't need a completion at the line of scrimmage. Again, hitching up this time, you know, there's no they're rushing 3, really 2. The guy falls and he sits on him. But to me, he's skipping through reads here. He's going over, eyeballing the over 83 right there at the bottom of the screen to the flat, as opposed to getting through your reads, not just throwing checkdowns. Get through the read. 2-by-2. Oh, Nelly. I have no idea what this is, but this is terrible. Again, we're getting a little happy with getting forward in the pocket, you know, getting into trouble a little bit. But this decision-making wise here, accuracy, you know, this hits a guy right in the chest. That's why he plays defense. But, I mean, should have been 3 picks. That's a bad miss. How about the guy on the sideline? Look at the dude on the sideline. Probably some, like, marketing intern on the 15. He thought he should have caught it. Either way, you know, not clean by any means. Little Rubik's Cube. Again, we're hitching up as opposed to resetting. To me, again, there's a difference between getting through your reads and resetting and hitching up for no reason. When you hitch up for no reason, you're getting into trouble. Just hang back, realize they're only rushing 3, have some patience, throw the check down. Don't force it down the field off cornerback's chest. You know, he might have been throwing it to the underneath guy for all I know. All right, 2:30 left. Got a chance driving here. Big down. Able to come out, make the play that they give them a chance to rocket back into this game. Again, a little same screen we saw earlier. Swing screen. Yes, they take it first. There it is. Missed the block up top by the number 3. Just can't sustain it for that long. Nice job by the defender coming off. Forced him back inside. Missed the tackle, though. Ooh, look at that block up top. My goodness. That wide receiver's getting it up top. That's how you get after it on the perimeter. Really nice job. See from the back end here, the number 1 receiver up top. Again, we're swing screening to the right. It's the first read. If no, we come back to the wide receiver screen to the left. Yes. Good, accurate throw. But blocking-wise now, watch him pop in right there at the bottom. Ooh. Look at the difference. One guy's playing brother-in-law. The other guy is playing football. My goodness. All right, first down. Now we're in the red zone. 3-by-1 to the boundary. Again, fake screen. Best calls they had all day, and this is a bad miss again. Again, wide base to me. We're going to fake screen it, and now it's basically all go to the boundary. Again, you got to be able to get this thing up and down before the middle field player, and he's wide open, and that's just a sinker. Now, he might be trying to keep him from getting hit, but still, that's a miss. Way behind him, down low, he's wide open. Can't miss that throw. So scheme-wise here, this is a great call. They obviously hit it earlier. Similar concept when it was just 1, when it was just 2 over here. So you come over here, fake this screen right there. You're going to come out bluff and get that up the sideline, the one that they hit earlier. But then when you run it at a 3-by-1, it really turns into 2-by-2 all go. What I mean by that is come out here, bluff, and then we're into the seam. So really it's 1 to 2. And the 1 is there. You got to be able to make this throw. Can't miss throws like this and have a chance for a comeback. Bad miss. You know, at this point, the accuracy thing has shown its head a number of times. If it's not a screen throw, and even with screen throws, we've had an issue. Behind him, low. 3-by-1 to the field this time. You know, we take a L at running back, which is a theme. You know, it's difficult. And then this is a on the perimeter, outside the pocket, into the corner. Can't miss this throw. That's wide open in the corner. Scramble drill, wide open in the corner. Never in the history. Brutal miss. So at this point, you know, there's not a lot of good things to say about the performance here. Fortunate not to have more picks. Should have more touchdowns. This is, again, bad misses back-to-back at the end of the game and really the most crucial moments. Again, if you're the running back, you have to come up and blunt this cat. Now, there's different ways to do it. You know, some offenses, many offenses, when a DB or a linebacker type walks up into the feet of the defensive lineman, sometimes they'll get a squeeze call, which will put the guard down, and now you're up on this tackle, just holding off life. Or it can be a double squeeze where you're both coming down and come off the edge. But if you have to come up and blunt someone who's in the feet of the defensive lineman in shotgun, you got to come up and square them up. You can't go low, miss, have all sorts of issues. Again, it's hard. This is an art to playing football. If you want to be a tailback in the league or a big-time D1 place, you can't pass pro with your head down, lunging. All bad. Never going to block. But then you get out on the perimeter, this has got to be a touchdown. Now, not a great angle to see it, but he's lined up, and that's a bad miss. Leaving touchdowns on the field. 3rd and 10, last one, just a little screen. Able to find a way to get in. Again, best thing they did all day, throw these screens. All right, that's a wrap. Justin Herbert, struggling, rough L, you know, lots to learn from. I think that there are a number of things that if I was an NFL evaluator, things that I would want to ask him about, bringing him in, whether it's meetings, in-person visits, why certain decisions are being made, certain footwork things. I think that there are a number of what could be potential concerns moving forward, whether it's footwork, whether it's decision making, whether it's accuracy. Lots to learn from this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate it. See you next time.